Oh man, all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of the Culture Mix. I'm certified. It's been grinding. We got Marie on the end. This episode, we are going to talk about producing success without forgetting self-care. I think it's very important that we kind of have a conversation about this because I think a lot of people forget that you do have to take care of yourself in multiple ways over, along with trying to make sure you get into where you want to go in life, no matter what that situation is.
True.
So, but what I am gonna lead y'all with today is don't stress yourself over what you can't control. If you got control over it, do the best you can to handle the situation, and if you don't, leave with God and keep going on about your business. You got it. My first question is, what do you think producing self-care along with producing success, like what does that mean to you? Like, does it mean, like, is it just a physical thing? Is it just a mental thing? Well, what exactly would that mean for you if that question was asked to you?
I'll break it down into what part of the stage of life I'm at.
Okay.
Because if it's younger me, I probably wouldn't care about self-care. I just be want to get to where I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll burn myself out because I'm not realizing the importance of self-care.
Right.
So if you talk about now me, it's an even balance, but I actually enjoy sometimes not pertaining to the money to give myself a little bit more time to just chill out and just make sure I'm fully mentally or physically just ready for the day. So it got its ups and downs, but really a lot of things you can control is based off stress. I feel like if you got too much stress in your life, everything gonna be down. Your quality, your performance, because you worry too much. And with the added stress, blood pressure rise, you might get headaches, you might be tired more, you might say something or do something that you don't normally do just because you're not physically, mentally taking care of yourself.
Right.
But you might not notice the effects of it compared to somebody else. But you can tell when somebody's having a good day, like they re-energized, their energy might be stronger, their presence might be better, their abbreviations, articulations can be a lot more clear because they just in a good spot. And it's also harder to break them mentally because they feel good. They got their hair did, whatever the case may be. They got their sleep. The kids take care of bills, pay whatever. So they actually just living life. I think when you live in life, it's a lot more easier to enjoy it or just to slow it down and smell the roses compared to when you're on the edge or when you just constantly thinking of something else and trying to better yourself constantly or over and over and trying to top yourself. Or if you just particularly chasing somebody or something, that race can be a downhill race from the jump. That can lead to just quick self-destruction if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So that'd be my take on that, because you can see a lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can see our parents do that too.
Yeah.
Like at a young age, we not realizing that they don't even do the activities they like. Like my mother, she liked to dance. But I haven't seen my mother dance in a while. But that's the one thing she always said, oh, I like to dance, like to mingle, whatever. But I'm so used to seeing her work. I ain't never seen her just
Live
get
life.
dressed and just slow it down.
Enjoy what life is.
Like, hey, Ma, you want to go out tonight? Oh, you looking good, girl. She come back in the house. You may get breakfast for like a week straight if my mom in a good mood. But if she in a good mood, you might get 1 out of 7. You might get cussed out. Or she just not there. Like, oh, I gotta do this and this. Hey, good morning, babe. Sure, you be like, I don't think she realized it was 2 of us in this kitchen.
Right.
She said, hey, to one person and kept it, she didn't realize. So he even being there.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes you also gotta, like, if it's your significant other or just the people you like, you gotta let them know, like, hey, man, you look off today.
Yeah.
Like, cause sometimes they be, hey, man, let's get this bag, let's do this, let's do that. and we out, and then sometimes like, hey bro, that sound good, but keep it buck with you. You ain't say nothing about your mental health, nigga. You ain't shit. You gonna get a haircut, take a shower,
Do something for you.
like, hey, when the last time you went bowling? You went bowling? Like, why we going bowling? We trying to get this money. Like, no, like, yeah, but when the last time you was at the lake and looked at the water?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Life do keep going on regardless if you on the up and up or down and down, but when the last time you checked your grandmother or went to a senior citizen home or something that you not gonna make no profit off of, but mentally or spiritually you can feel the reward in yourself. Like,
Yeah.
like for me, sometimes I like to, when I'm out and about, or I see an older couple or somebody older, I just talk to them, just out the blue, just like, hey, how you doing, boo boo? And if they give me conversation, how you doing? What you got planned? Oh man, we blessed to see another day, you know, boo boo.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just be brighten up, like, man, I didn't know I needed a good conversation with a random person. That's one more happy person in the world. I ain't getting no money from it. I ain't asking no money. Everybody good, but that may boost that person efficiency up and they self-care. They're like, you know what? I do need to be more proactive. Maybe that helped them be able to communicate with the younger generation.
Yeah.
Just because I took that initiative to actually talk to them like a human being.
Yeah.
And they probably so used to a younger person, move, bitch, go on. You like, So she can have that perception of it. She's like, maybe they ain't just bad. Maybe they just too busy burning themselves out. So, but I think we don't realize that till we get to the age or close to the age of our parents to realize, like, sometimes slow tempo is just as equal as a fast tempo pace. Because the race is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you gotta condition your body for a work week, not a work day.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we really fail to realize. Like, if we feel good Monday, this week I'll be straight. Man, if you burnt out by Tuesday, that week is horrible. You trying to call off Friday, you trying to go out, you trying to do something. Cause you just ain't got enough energy for it.
All right.
You ain't do a proper balance and a self-evaluation from day to day. Like, all right, Monday was horrible. Let me go to sleep, get the extra 2 hours sleep. Let me slow it up for Tuesday. Tuesday was easy. Then Wednesday, you can burn a little bit of that because you took extra care for yourself. So you just probably micromanage your body.
So for me, I think it definitely means more now than it ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Because of not only the age in which I am and what I have learned, it's also because it wasn't talked about. There was no access.
Yeah.
So now, because there is so much with whether we're doing mental health, self-care, they're doing seminars, they're doing things that are helping people
Right.
who never knew anything about it. And I think because it's set up the way it is now, it's more than ever beneficial for people to be able to grow and just have a balance. Because life will never be exactly what you want it to be anyway.
Right.
It could be, it's a temporary season, and then something can change. So I think that you have to be willing to like have that talk to yourself about what do I need?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What do I really need at this time? Am I focused too much on everybody else but myself? Have I put that in perspective? Like, what's your goal? Like, a lot of people, because we in the new year, everybody, you know, a lot of people make resolutions and all this other stuff.
Right.
But I wonder if people actually talk about themselves first and then add everybody else. Be like, did I take a real break? Am I gonna do more vacations this year?
Right.
Am I gonna go to concerts, movies? Like, am I gonna live this year compared to all the years prior? Am I gonna take a step back and, you know, delegate and be like, all right, look, I need you to do this. I'm not worried about that part. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like, are you really taking care of you? And that involves whether it's your mental, your emotional, your physical. I think that's the thing that has to be talked about.
Yeah.
And it has to be okay that you're not okay. Like, if you having a bad day, like, it's okay for you to be like, I'm having a bad day. Like, I need a mental break for a minute. Like, I'm overwhelmed.
Right.
Cause we couldn't say that, or like you guys, black men, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing for our society. Black women, that still wasn't a thing. Even if you said you kept it moving, cause that's our culture. That's what we were taught.
Yeah.
That's generational. You don't talk about your feelings. What happened in this house, stay in this house. You weren't able to express that.
Yeah.
Even with the parent-child dialogue was totally different. I'm not your friend. I'm your parent, you the child, we not friends.
Yeah.
When you see the dynamic, it's totally different now. To where a lot of parents are like, no, like we got a friendship. That's my kid, but we got a friendship. Cause I don't want the door to ever be closed.
Right.
To where they can't come to me or they can, hey, I'm having a bad day, this ain't working. School, I need a minute, like, can I do a half a day or something, like I'm overwhelmed because I think we don't put in perspective that we live almost like in a bubble.
Yeah.
We live in a personal bubble anyway. Even when you're surrounded by, your family, your loved ones, you can still live in a personal bubble.
You can, definitely.
And be, focused on like, Dad, this is what I'm doing, do. And people can walk past you and never see it. You may not be the one who show all the emotion that shows that you're stressed or you're irritated or you got a lot on your shoulders. Right. Some people don't show it on the outside. They just be keeping it moving. A lot of stuff be just in their head.
Yeah.
They don't say nothing, they just keep it moving. But that becomes overwhelming after time and time again. Mm-hmm. So to me, self-care is you gotta evaluate what's best for you and how to maneuver about it. Whether you, like I said, whether you gotta take a mental break, maybe, hey, look, I need a minute. Give me a couple hours just to myself.
Yeah.
I really need a minute. And clear your thoughts, whatever you need to do. People have to find an outlet. Because we also get into a pattern of life being a habit. It only takes 21 days for something to become a habit. So if you let it become a habit, this is your routine.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have an outlet or nothing else. This is just what you do. And it's like, no, what's your outlet? Like what you like to do? Like I know you like, y'all like cars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of y'all outlet though. Right. The game, that's a part of y'all outlet. To where y'all like, yeah, I can zone out. Like I'm focused on, because this is my outlet. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't even know how to do that. Like I need the self-care, but how do I find my outlet? How do I do this? So that's my take on it. I think self-care is necessary, and you have to evaluate. This is almost a daily thing. Mm-hmm. On self-care. It's daily, because life changes daily. So you gotta be like, well, no, this week ain't that bad. I'm cool. Next week, no telling.
But I also think we gotta also instill in the availability of your mindset at a younger age, because there's gonna be doing what they want to do, and they don't know for a long time. I mean, some kids, they can just tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know now, boy. Car salesman, that's me.
Yeah.
You gonna see him. Every picture is gonna be something. Gonna be like, man, I ain't never seen you without a used car or something in your hand selling something.
Yeah.
And he's just a natural. And sometimes you gotta know, like, hey man, I don't know what you want to be in life, and you might have hoop dreams like all, but
yeah,
I see you. I don't want to say selling drugs, but I see you selling a corporate or something, whatever it is. I don't know what your niche is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can convince me to buy stuff that most people, I'll just be like, yo, man, you want a couple dollars or something? But I think when you also express that interest in them, like opening mind, like, you know what? Maybe he might go home like, man, he's full of crap. And you should be like, you know what? I did sell the most cookies at school, and I did sell the most car washes. You know what? Let me try to sell some phones or something. Give me a little Sprint job real quick. T-Mobile, whatever else. Then you start, I got a gift. All right, let me try something that ain't even my niche. Let me try to sell sneakers or anything, or logos, graphic design, website. And all of a sudden you come older and older, you just like, oh, I'm a salesperson. Oh, I can. Look, your corporate down 20% on sales stuff. Oh, look, we could hold this, you could do this, you could do this. I could mass market. Next thing you know, that kid is living good just because of the idea somebody, just because the potential somebody else showed that he had that he didn't even think about.
Right.
He was thinking about doing something else or anything else. And I think the sooner you can see little gifts in individual, even if it's your kid, not your kid, like, I think you will start noticing the progress and development rapidly. Cause it's interesting how they say the young generation is worse than the last generation.
I think in I think every generation got bad pros and cons, period. No matter what generation you were in.
Mm-hmm.
Each generation has a pro and a con, period. You got some good ones and you got some bad. That's life.
But what I noticed though, it's like a lot of these 22, 23-year-olds, they had an accomplishment that the people before them ain't hit, they was like 50, 60.
Well, that comes in because of...
And sometimes they don't be having no good stories.
That comes with a lot of self-care too.
Yeah.
Because in their mind, self-care is also not adding stress in your life. Self-care is also being focused on your goals. That's a part of it too. They're not willing to subject themselves, but so much now. We were taught, you get you a job, you stay on it for 30, 40 years until you retire. If it's a good paying job, that's where you stay at. Am I right? That was the mentality of the generations, because that's all they had.
It was the steel mill.
Right, they didn't have any opportunity. They didn't have podcasts, they didn't have radio, they didn't have none of that.
Yeah.
We just
So
had
because of that, you got the generation that's before, that was their focus. The new generation, their willingness to be unafraid, to actually step out on faith, and that is a part of being self-care. They care about them, and they care about their happiness. They care about exactly what they want, without subjecting themselves to saying, "Yeah, I just got to suffer too." No, I'm not. That's why they're the biggest on YouTube. They're the biggest doing podcasting. They're the biggest doing because they into it. Oh no, you said I can make money doing. Oh, I like this. I can enjoy this, and then it makes me independent. I'm not dependent on nobody else. I don't have to get up when they tell me I gotta get up. Almost to the slave mentality. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, because that's what they say. Instead of they can be like, yo, I'm good. I can get up late, do what I gotta do, drop a couple videos, do this, maneuver, find my own niche. Instead of that same mentality that's been there generation after generation, this is what you can only do. You limited. You ain't limited no more. Ain't no limitations. Whatever you want to do, you better go ahead. While you got the time.
But see, that's my thing with producing success and self-care though, because I feel as if there's definitely some stages that you have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because there comes a point to where, first of all, it's also choosing what it is that you want to be successful with. I don't care if it's flipping tables. Like, there's literally a league for slapping people.
Yes, I see
I
it on Facebook.
Like there's literally a league, like it be popping up on ESPN and everything for slapping people. And it's just like, you'll be sitting at home like, why the didn't I think of that? Like,
I'll be at home like, just give me like 5 more weeks.
I mean, like,
trying to get that straight. Just get this stress. I broke it. Oh yeah,
got the wrist pumping.
Gotta get the forearm straight. Coming around.
I mean, even like prime example, even when Ken Slice was still alive, he started doing street fights on YouTube, fighting multiple people. Sometimes it was random people. Sometimes it was set up fights. It depends. And before he passed, he even got a chance to get all the way into the UFC. And it was unfortunate with his passing, of course, rest in paradise. But like, it took a little bit, but he got to where he wanted to go. Even if that wasn't his plan from the get-go, he got somewhere with it.
Right.
And that's why I say, like, it takes stages. Like, you're gonna go through a time where you feel like you don't have the mental stability to really deal with the situation that's going on. But I don't think it's the fact that you can't deal with it. It's more so of the fact that you are having an understanding that this is the career path or the choice that I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of what other people think or what other people feel, or even how I feel, I know at some point in time there are going to be a lot of trials and tribulations that I'm going to have to fight through just to get to where I want to go.
Right.
That's just the way it is. Like, ain't nothing gonna come to you easy. And most of the time, if it's easy, there's an issue there.
Right. Because it shouldn't be.
Because it shouldn't be. Most of the time, no.
It's not.
But I won't say like there aren't times where it is something that comes to you easy, but it makes you feel uncomfortable because it's just like, hold on, why? No. No. It's...
Because you
that's
waiting
that
for it to
defensive
be
mechanism.
But that's that mentality.
Yeah.
You still waiting for the ball to drop.
I just slapped 7 niggas out.
But see, and then like that's the thing with this generation. I don't feel as if this generation is worse. I do agree with what you said, like the pros and cons of each generation. Like there was definitely positives and negatives to bring from both sides from each generation that we're speaking about. But my thing with the generation now, yeah, it is about making them happy, but it's more so like off the strength, like it's not even about a career path that makes you happy right now. Like, prime example, and I hate to bring this up, but
go ahead, bring it up.
Prime example, OnlyFans. OnlyFans was not a website that was produced for adult content. It was a website that was for everything.
Right.
Everything. And adult content completely took that entire website over.
Right.
Like, and I mean in the span of a month maybe.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that's all y'all got. Like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like, it's not like that though, but like for real, like that's all y'all got though.
Yeah.
Like y'all was born and raised, and you sat at home like, I'm finna make adult content. Yep.
And it worked.
Cause that's the easiest thing to do, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. To an extent, I respect that. To an extent, it's cool. But legit, that's all you worth though.
Basically.
Males and females though.
I get what you're saying.
Males and females. Cause I don't nobody think I'm attacking females. I gotta say
Hey, my
that.
boy, yo, we're doing
Males and females, yo. Like, that's it, yo. That's all you got. Like Twitter is literally, you wake up in the morning, that's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
You don't see news or videos about shoes and all. No, adult content. That is the first thing you see, morning and night.
I might delete this later.
Right.
I've already seen it all.
And it's just like, man, like y'all got so much talent, but this is it.
Yeah.
This is all.
But look what society has. See, that's what I'm saying. Society has created the ability for everybody to be somebody. So because of that, there's such a broad opening for people to do anything.
Yeah.
Because there's no limit. When there was a limit, when we ain't had computers and all we had was what, MySpace? That was it.
Or
And
Black
you was
Planet niggas.
But look, you was still limited though. Like you was still limited. You couldn't do for so much.
Yeah,
Got my
no,
top
for real.
10,
So
boo.
when you was limited, that's why you didn't have but certain people that was able to do certain things.
No,
When you
definitely.
open the horizon up,
Yeah.
people gonna tap in. If you allow me to do it and there's no restriction,
Yeah.
people gonna do it to make their money.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But I just
got a different mentality with that though, because I don't feel like,
Cause you losing so much in yourself
if
too.
that's what I really wanted to do, there's
Like
somebody
you are.
there's somebody in this world that want to see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely somebody in the world that want to see that. But
Right.
I know I got so much more to me, yo.
Yeah.
I got so much more to me. And for me, like, maybe I guess you could say like it's my mentality of when, like me growing up. Like I never wanted to make it to where like everybody, like your body is a temple and it's sacred to them.
Yeah.
And When it's just open to the world.
Because it comes with because it's money.
$25.
But that's what I'm saying. There was because of the limit. It's a thing where, and I get growing up. There, like you said, there was a thing where you had respect and morals about yourself.
Yeah.
Certain people ain't gonna have that no more because there was never. They could be in the shadows and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you saying I can make a profit off of doing this?
Mom said straight up, it don't matter if I gotta do this. I got money though.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And that's it.
That's all it is.
What is blowing my mind is
what?
the amount of people who do it, and this shit is free.
Yeah.
That's why I be weak. That shit ain't $25. You ain't gotta pay. Boy, you act like you don't know the beginning of when we actually watched this stuff in middle school. Like, you ain't gotta look at somebody.
But you know what though?
You can go to that.
You know what?
That have 100,000
It's manipulation.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's manipulation. There's literally a thing for doing P rates. Why am I going to pay you to rate me $5 for your rate? Send it to me. What? I'm sending you something
to rate me.
To rate me, and then after you rate me, I gotta pay you. And it's people that's actually doing this. Like it's legit manipulation, bro. Like and it's crazy how like the game is set up for them like that way. And it's like at the end of the day, that's why. And I don't want this to seem like it's going on top because it ain't. Because it's still a part of producers that says and self-care at the same time. Because how are these people mentally stable, knowing that you are literally robbing these people? Like you are robbing them. And they're right in front of you. And you telling me mentally that does not bother you, not even in the slightest?
Psychopath, no. But conscious-wise, you get older, yes. Right now, you like, I'm just getting it. But then when you go older, you like, man,
I think it's a thing of, I'm gonna tap into, it's also a form of capitalism.
Absolutely.
Because that's how it works. If they can create a market or throw something out there that'll catch people's attention, that's no different whether it's music, whether it's movies, whether it's shows. Shows are more explicit than I've ever seen. We had it was a blur. Like you couldn't even see, but it was also a respect thing.
Yeah.
So where it was like, no, we get canceled. You know, if we do, like, we can't go but so far. Like, we have to leave the rest of your imagination. Now, they going all the way in.
Remember when the movie, it'd be like the dude with the towel off, it's like the shower, and he'd be like right there, girls be like this, as if your TV go girl, you stupid.
You stupid.
But that's the point, you know, of why, you know, we have capitalism in America.
Yeah.
Why not? They're gonna profit off of us, period.
Yeah.
And you have people who gonna take advantage of it and be like, oh, okay, cool, I'm fine with it. When before there was nothing, you had a limit.
Yeah.
And you also, like I said, you have morals and values that was regarded for yourself as an individual. You couldn't be seen and just do crack. That's the same thing as when the crack epidemic and all that stuff happened. There were certain things, if you was into that, they would tell the kids the DARE program. Like, you couldn't be a part of that.
No, for
like,
real.
it was a real thing. Like, it's dangerous, do not do this. Like, that was the point of it. It was to prevent you from doing something. And you had literally a guide like, yo, don't do that because that'll lead to something else and you don't want that type of life.
Right.
Now, it's promoted. What's promoted, people, we visual. Humans is visual. So what I see and it entices me, then that's the thing that I want. And that's what is promoted, not just in, like I said, it's in everything. What is it not in? Yeah. Commercials. Be crazy.
You know one commercial I ain't never seen?
What?
A Chinese food commercial.
Get out of here. Yeah, I know. They ain't never did it.
But the women be fired, so we ain't gonna talk about it.
But it's in everything. Because they took the count, it's off.
Yeah.
We gonna make a profit irregardless now. Now they're not talking about, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that. We're gonna make a profit, period, no matter what it is.
Right.
that's what we have to, but people also have a thing of, this is a form of, to them, producing their success.
Yeah.
Because if all I gotta do is this, I'm willing to do this because now I know my family can eat.
Yeah.
Now I know my family's straight. So it's still a pro and a con to it, because some people, like you said, some people grew up, that's not their mentality at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, I'm not about to, certain things I gotta limit, I'm not about to do that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Other people, they're gonna tap in, because it's like, well, maybe they feel too, it's all I'm gonna ever be good at.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I should do it as long as I can, so I can make sure that the legacy I have, or my people, will be straight. Because if I don't, who gonna feed us? Who gonna take care of us? Because a 9 to 5, they not paying enough.
No.
The jobs, they not paying enough.
Yeah.
If I gotta go spend 90% of my week at a job that's not paying me enough, when I can go do this for 2-3 hours, or for 10, 20 hours a week, and double my profit,
Yeah.
they willing to do it. Because this is also why the economy is set up the way it is.
But see, even two things with that though. And I'm definitely following up the next question. But I've noticed a lot of those pages have fallen off.
A lot of pages fall off because you met that person.
That
is not you.
Yeah, that's one
That's
thing.
embarrassing.
And for two is because, first of all, it was about supply and demand.
Yeah.
First of all,
at the time,
it was never a demand for that
this.
ever.
No.
It's free stuff.
I had
my
plug before you.
So it was never a demand for that, but it was the pandemic. So, like I said, manipulation.
Yeah.
Pandemic happens. Dang, I can't go outside. I want to see her though, or I want to see him though. Oh, I gotta pay for it. So
that's why I got this stimmy.
Exactly.
And
they capitalize off it straight up,
did.
and that's cool. And I respect that, but
think about when you go back outside, what's gonna happen? Came outside like, oh, y'all was really around the corner.
And then like the other thing,
deactivate.
As much as I hate to say, I'm against business seminars, and I say I'm against them because it's not about, as in, we are bringing small companies or small businesses to this seminar to create revenue for them and network with each other.
Right.
It's not about that. When they have these business seminars, most of the time it's straight up for you to sit there for 2 hours to watch them talk.
Yep.
And then if you want to get to that point, you have to pay an additional like $250 or something to be a part of this VIP, to network or so-called network with these other companies that one more than likely is not guaranteed to invest in you.
Right.
Never mind the fact of other things that have to come into play and that you have to account for.
Right.
And that's another way, that's another form of manipulation that a lot of these business seminar people, they use it to their advantage.
Agreed.
Because people have to buy these tickets.
Yeah.
That money that these tickets were bought for is going back towards the money you spent to set up this. You got to pay the people that helped you do this.
Yes.
Never mind the fact that you also are trying to get paid from this yourself.
Yes.
Now, I won't say all of those people that create these business seminars are not there to provide you great information.
Yes.
But you can go get that without paying for it. We have the internet now.
Research.
There's so much information out there. You don't have to pay to go see this person, because I guarantee somebody recorded that video and it's on YouTube somewhere. I guarantee it. And if it's not on YouTube, you're gonna find it on TikTok. You're gonna find it somewhere. Because my mama taught me this when I was younger, and I think about it all the time. Once you post something, it's out there. And it don't matter what you do, it ain't gonna disappear. Somebody got it. I don't care if it's a post, picture, you put your pinky in the air, whatever. Somebody got it, because it's not going to just be deleted from the internet. It's code. It's not going anywhere unless you find the biggest hard drive in the world.
The hackers need to do what they need to do.
And you get rid of it. But to follow up with the next question before we over is, as far as the topic is concerned, do we feel as if it's extremely important for us to teach not just peers or our children, but even other adults we see that are trying to go through that process? Is it important for us to teach them, like, hey, don't forget about you, but also take your time in what you're doing? So, like, do you feel like it's important to let them know that it is important to take care of yourself, but it's also important for you to not forget about what your end goal is?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, and I've seen so many people around me, like I've seen, like, damn, I need to go out the country this year. You're going to have to take a sacrifice at some point. Say, I'm not going out the country this year. I'm investing in my business.
Mm-hmm.
Because those out of the country trips, plane tickets, $2,000. Riding around wherever you gotta go, you probably spend $1,000 alone on that.
Mm-hmm.
Paying for Lyfts and Ubers and things of that nature.
Right.
Food, you got all that there. Events, clothes, all of that stuff. You just spent almost $5,000 to $6,000 on one trip. What do you think that could have did for your business?
Right.
What do you think that? What type of situation do you think that could have put you in regards to that? Supplies, networking, speaking to people, even getting yourself a team. Even if it's not a big team, you paying somebody something like, hey, look, I ain't got a whole lot of money right now, but if you get on this train, we gonna make it there.
Yeah, we gonna get there.
Like,
Nah, you get no train.
it's stuff like that it's not being
So irritating.
it's not being pushed off.
It's
It's not being told, and it's not being talked about.
Yeah.
And even I know growing up, like, I've always had the passion that I said, no matter what the hell happened, I'm gonna own my garage.
Mm-hmm.
And I still say that to myself almost every day. I'm gonna own my garage before I leave this earth. And there's 2 cars that's gonna be in it.
Mm-hmm.
My dream car and a Koenigsegg. And I meant that, and I tell myself that every day, regardless of whatever situation is going on. So, like, is it really important to you to spread that message, or is it more so you feel as if you need to let them take this ride so they can also experience what they need to as well?
You don't want to ask me that question.
Nah, yes I do.
Cause see, I'm gonna let you know now. If I'm spending that money for that trip, I'm going to meet the plug, all right? It really ain't cost me a lot. It really cost me 2 corned beef sandwiches, a pack of cigarettes, in the country. But it go 2 ways, honestly. I mean, the younger you gonna spend that money on that trip, that's just regardless, because it's unknown. Everybody want to at least do something once, good, bad, other. You ain't know you ain't like drinking until you tried it. You ain't know if you like smoking until you tried it. You ain't know if you like boys and girls until you tried it. So by that default, if you're young, you gonna buy a Birkin bag or something, and it's gonna be stupid. Then when you look back, you gonna be like,
But see, drinking is just stupid in general. Like, I mean, of course, I do it every once in a while, but it was us as kids. Like, you remember when Four Locos came out?
yeah, you remember how y'all
Yeah.
see me because
So,
the guy had water.
That's what I'm saying. They drinking them. But see, that's another business gimmick though. Four Loko knew what they was doing, bro. They put that drink out,
cocaine,
and the kids were buying it up.
Yeah.
And they wait. Some kids
Didn't wake up.
Some kids waking up, they didn't know where they was at.
Yeah.
But peep this, they went back and got another one.
Because it becomes an addiction.
It becomes an addiction. It's a form of manipulation, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Four Locos will
Yeah.
come to meet you.
That's-
Who got the punch? Rob made this.
Yeah.
Punch. I feel a little sleepy.
Man,
That's
listen.
the silence for you.
I mean, I agree that it is definitely our response. I feel like it's a responsibility.
For sure.
Because there's no way if I care enough about you that I'm gonna just let you fall.
Yeah.
Because to me, warning comes before destruction. So I'd rather at least tell you, mention it to you, let you know. Now you can either receive it or not, but it won't be on me anymore. The responsibility now transfer over to you, because it's your life.
Right.
But if I tell you, that's the same, no different than the generation before, when they told us certain stuff, like make sure you maintain, make sure you do this, do not do what I did before.
Right.
Like, don't do this. This is how you should live.
Yeah.
That don't mean we not gonna make the, we heard them,
But you know,
but we did,
curious.
some of us did the same mistakes.
All I'm saying.
We heard them though, but we weren't really listening. We was just like, yeah, we got you, we got
I'm
you.
a
We
case
good,
of
we
granddad, no
good.
problem.
But at the same time, so you gonna still make your own choice regardless. But the responsibility was still, I still told you.
Right.
And then you have to make an executive decision on how you want to maneuver. But it's definitely our responsibility. It's our responsibility. If I care for you, or I see something, or I see you pushing to try to do something, or you're interested in doing something, and I know how to do it, or I know somebody that do, it's my responsibility to be like, hey, look, I can show you a little bit, but I might know somebody that might be able to help you out with that. That ain't my thing, but I might know somebody.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility. Each one teach one. That's what they used to say back in the each one teach one. That's a real thing that we kind of lost along the way. That each one teach one is real. Our culture would be 10 times further if each one teach one, they stayed with it. When they stopped really teaching us certain things, we didn't know. So you got us figuring out stuff completely on our own.
Yeah.
TikTok making me feel like school sucked.
But that's what I'm saying too. We weren't taught. So if we didn't learn, I didn't learn more about African American history till I got home. And I went to college and I started reading for myself. And then going back, like you said, in school, was sitting there like, wait a minute. Y'all did not
y'all got a boat,
like,
all the elephants, and what the...
But that's what I'm
you know what?
saying.
So, even with that has a lot to do with where you come from.
Yeah.
Like, because I had a big debate with somebody I talked to, and they was talking about HBCUs. If you're from Ohio, there aren't many here.
No.
So you got big, and you got little. You
That's
got
what I'm
Ohio
saying.
State, you got Ohio Bobcats.
But you don't even have.
You don't think about Akron.
It's not offered to you. But if you go to Atlanta, you go to North Carolina.
Yeah, they're surrounded.
There are literally museums built just for you to walk in.
Yeah,
and look at them.
access.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that type of access, so you have to branch out. You gotta go to these states.
Yeah.
You gotta go to these places to go educate yourself.
But you know what I do like about Ohio though? No matter what you do, if you want to be the greatest of all time, you gotta come to Ohio. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, football, basketball,
Right.
all those cars, anything. At the end of the day, if you want to be great, you want your name somewhere in Ohio, which is funny because they say we're a small state, but we're really a large state. It's just it was a guy that traveled to the job. He's from Iowa. He's like, oh, this is my city. And I'm looking at the city. He's like, this is like what? Like 1/4 of your city? I was like, that whole state is like a corner of our city.
Right.
Like he's expanded out, and I'm like, ain't nothing but like EC. Like your whole state the size of EC. Like that's wild. And he maybe got like 5,000-10,000 people maybe. Like it's so small. If somebody moved out, moved in, everybody know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't never knew everybody in EC. Like everybody, like that's that right there alone is tough. When you had the whole city as young, I don't know. I said so many people moving in and out of the state. So our number constantly up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
I said, so to you, he only had 2 billionaires in the state. And he literally pulled up their address like, boop, boop. I'm like, bro, we've had so many different billionaires come and go over the lifespan of myself. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely can't tell you where they live.
Right.
I can say the area they probably
might
have been in. I can't be like, oh, that's Frankie D. Roosevelt house right here. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that's a part of producing success right there.
Right.
Access.
Yeah.
Because if you don't and you're limited, you only know one way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're never exposed to it or even taught, that comes right back to you saying it's our responsibility to tell people. Because if you don't tell them, some people will never know that the world is way bigger than what you think it is. Mm-hmm. Some people think like, oh no, it's big, but no, it ain't.
But then again, it ain't till you travel.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
But a lot of people don't know that though.
But I was lucky.
A lot of people ain't never been out of Cleveland. You know
No,
what I'm
for
saying?
real.
So they don't even know, like, man, do you know how big the world is? Like, the world is great. And when
But
I'm talking about
sometimes-
just in driving distance of just Cleveland,
Yeah.
it's a lot to see, and a lot of people have never experienced that because a lot of times people haven't even told them, like, man, maybe you should try to go here. Maybe you should move.
But
Maybe you should try to do
But
this.
that may also land on their ambition. Some people is
Yeah.
content with just that.
You
that
right, that's
corner.
that pro and that
So
con.
you really can't say, "Hey, man, I need you to go to Independence."
Yeah.
Independence. That ain't the hood. I'm in the hood. I don't.
They be
Look,
content.
105
Yeah.
to
They satisfied.
360. That's my area. I
Yeah.
don't drive
Yeah.
up
You
more,
right.
down more, water more. I
Yeah.
don't go out. That's not where black people. Like, no, black people are everywhere, but that's not what I'm used to. So I'm.
Yeah, they're
This is
comfortable.
Till I die, this my granddaddy died here. My granddaddy, this is me.
Yeah, it's a form of fear though.
Yeah.
Because like she just said, they're comfortable. And when you have to branch out of what you are accustomed to doing, it's not the fact that you're afraid of being physically hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a mental thing to where you truly feel uncomfortable. Like, is this really gonna work?
Yeah.
Like, even us as a culture, like, it's so many people that like gate guard, and we all can eat with no
All
problem.
day.
All of us, like, if you doing wheels, you paint wheels, somebody might have a better method of doing it. You'll go talk to them. They'll probably tell you some BS. All because they don't want to see you become better than them.
Because it becomes a competition.
When the end all be all, y'all can collab.
Yes.
Y'all can come together and create a
Deal.
solution or something that's bigger than what y'all both got going on.
You right?
Then
But-
that's when you find the old head.
But
The old
even,
head is
but
but
some
even
of
the
them
old
even
head though,
Some
But
of
some of
them
them,
too.
but
the
I
old
like
head be content in what they were accustomed to.
Right.
And when you bring new information to them, it becomes uncomfortable
Overload.
to them as well because
Yeah.
you overload them. It's like, no, ain't no way. Like, I know I built this carburetor like this. Ain't no way you gonna tell me this go here and that go, and that's it. Like, but yes,
just do it.
like,
Just do
like yes, like unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Like, even engineers with these companies, I hate the engineers that create these vehicles. I do, because they're not building them to make it smart and easy for the economy or even for the average worker that works in the shop.
Right.
They're building it so they can create a profit for themselves and the
Absolutely.
company that they work for.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's a form of manipulation because I've watched GMC, Chevy, and Escalade, which is pretty much all the same damn company anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched all of them come up with the same exact vehicle. A Tahoe and an Escalade ESV is the same damn truck with just
it.
different
Parts are
lights
just
on the
a
back.
different logo.
That's
That
it.
is it.
But the
And-
same vehicle.
But the
The parts
Escalade
are
is
the
supposed
same.
to be the higher upper echelon of it.
Yeah.
Like, so if you got that, you supposed to be balling. But if you got a Tahoe
You
or
just
you
take
got a
the evolution from
Suburban,
Escalade.
Right.
that's it. Literally, or GMC. GMC took that big grill from Escalade, but they put GMC on the front of it. Like, so now it's not y'all working together to create a new product.
It's just waiting to see what you come out with so I can copy it.
Right.
ain't nothing but
And
a
I'm gonna copy
competition.
it. And then when I copy it, I'm gonna put a
I'm gonna put
commercial
one more
on.
line on it.
Yeah.
After I put this
Custom.
commercial out, I'm gonna make it seem as if the average person can come into this store and buy this vehicle.
Knowing that
But
that's not
in
even a fact.
hindsight, no,
That's a
they
6-year
looking.
That's not, but that's not even a fact with $1,000 car note. That ain't even
No.
a fact.
Bring me 500. I get you something else. You gonna
That's
get
not,
me
but
traffic.
that's capitalism though.
Yeah.
That is capitalism. That's the point of it. This is how they maneuver. This is the only way they're gonna still get rich no matter what.
Yeah, regardless, and it doesn't matter what it does to the economy. It doesn't really affect them
Mm-mm.
because it's not about the economy. It's not about us.
Nope.
And I think that is the biggest thing. Like, when it comes to whatever you're doing, when it comes to producing your success to wherever you're going, please remember and think about that. It's not about you just making a quick buck real fast. It's not about that. And as much as you probably like, hell no, yes it is. Like, we are here to get money. That's cool.
Keep on.
I respect that. Go get your bag by all means. But at the end of the day, you are a person of character.
Mm-hmm.
You are built and raised to be strong, and you will not let's sit up here and manipulate and take advantage of someone else just to get to where you want to go.
Absolutely.
Because God don't like ugly.
Yeah.
He don't. And when you taking advantage of other people to put yourself in a better position to where you trying to go, it does not do nothing but hurt the person out there that's actually accepting and taking the product from you.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind the fact it's hurting you without you even realizing it. And I don't want us to ever get lost within our success and forget about who we are and who we were raised to be.
Mm-hmm.
Even no matter what the morals and values of what your parents taught you, don't ever forget who you are. Straight up, man.
You know what everybody need? A big mama. Cause when big mama hear everything was good, you be like, Mama, I love her. And she be like, she ain't never go there. You be like, Lord. 2 months later, you be like.
But that is the
He was
end of
right.
episode 7, man. That was the closing of that. I just wanted to leave y'all with something strong and positive. Keep your heads up, keep going. I'm certified, Big Ron and Marie. Y'all can find us on the Culture Mix on Instagram. We're gonna catch you on the next one.